How is everybody today? It's Ken from Miniature Wargaming Warriors, and if you're watching this a bit later than the actual live stream, thanks for checking it out. Today, I am going to be going through building and just talking about an Irish battalion, well, two Irish battalions for the Napoleonic Wars that I'm going to be doing as part of my French army. So thanks for checking it out. And yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to go through with the types of miniatures I'm going to use, how I'm going to do it, my flags, and yeah, just start building basically. And yeah, so first of all, we shall start off with the actual flags themselves. Okay, so these are from GMB, and you'll probably agree with me, they look awesome. I'm going to be basing this around the end of 1814 to the start of 1815, because in 1815 these were disbanded by King Louis the 16th. King Louis the I want to say 16th, or was it 14th? One of them. He was disbanded. So so they went around in the 1815 campaign for the 100 days. But they used to be made up of 3 battalions / 4, and yeah, they got put down to just 2. So that's 1st and 2nd battalion. Just want to make sure everyone can hear me. So hopefully you can. Hopefully. But hello, Matthew Hogg and Tony Tiger. A up. Hopefully they'll come back to me and say yes. Oh, lovely. Yeah, we're all good to proceed. Fantastic. So yeah. So that's the flags. Going to be interesting because these are going to be the troops themselves are actually green. I've got I've got some links at the top here that I can show you in a bit anyway. So let me just have a little look. Make sure that that's all good. Yeah, some images and bits and bobs like that. So yeah, miniature wise, I've gone with Perry's. So I was debating what to do with these. It was an interesting one because I've got some avant-posts on the way, and it's one of those things. Do I wait for the avant-post to do them, or do I save the avant-post for something that, you know, a little bit more nearer to my heart and actually like full-on French, or do I use them for this? So I did have a think, and I thought, no, I'm going to save the avant-post. I'm going to try and find a regiment that I really, really, really want to do, and yeah, do them with the avant-post. But these are the new Perry kits. So new command sprue. I'll show you that first. So this is from the Elite Companies box. It's the same as the battalion box per se. So 6 figures on there. So I've got 2 Eagle Guards on the top here. I'll try and show you a bit better. I'll tell you what, give me 2 seconds. Let me get a better angle for this just for a minute, because then I'll put it back on the desk. So yeah, 2 Eagle Guards here. You've got the sapper here. You've got officer, drummer. You can make it into a bugler if you want to instead, and yes, and the standard bearer just in the middle there. So that's the command sprue. I prefer this command sprue. I'll show you the other command sprue by Perry's. Let me grab it. Which one is it? Not that one. Is it that one? Yes, this one. So this is the old one here, and you get the 6 guys at the bottom, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. You get an extra 6 guys. You get a couple of guys here, but the actual command itself is just these 3 figures. So you get the drummer, you get the officer, and you get the standard bearer there, but you get no Eagle Guard or anything like that, which I think is a real shame. And also with this kit, the actual Eagle Guard, the actual the standard doesn't have to have the eagle on top, so you can change it. So, but I do prefer this one, and you get a lot more head varieties as well. But how is everyone today? Everyone all good? Hoping everyone's cushy, but no, I really do like this kit. So that's the command sprue. Then you've got, because I've got the Elite Companies box, you get a lot more of the actual Elite Companies sprue, which is this one here. Okay, you get 4 figures on it. and you've got enough to do firing, and you've also got like different poses, so you can do the running along, you can do the charge motion with it. But these sprues are really good for like skirmishing, and I'm using basically 2 of these sprues to make say the grenadiers. So these 2 poses and these 2 poses, because they're like standing or shooting pose. These other 2 are more like a skirmishy sort of pose. So the extras I get, I'm going to do some Irish skirmishers. So they're going to be like out the front, separate unit for black powder rules anyway. So I think I'm going to end up with 2, 4, 6, 8 of those. So enough to make a tiny unit anyway. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And on there you get like the big plumes if you want them for the Voltigeurs, and you got the 4 grenadiers heads, and you've also got some fusilier heads as well. There's 4 on there, so you've got the choice. That's what the nice thing about Perry is you've got the choice for all of it. Hello, Martin. Seventh Son's in the house. Tony Tiger's here. Cheers. Lionheart, you all right, buddy? Happy days. Yeah, sorry about like not even any notice really. I just thought I'm not going to get a video up today, so I thought I'll do a live stream and just go through my Irish, what I'm going to be doing. But you've also got the other part of the sprue. So this is what you would get with the new Perry kit. So the battalion box. So you get more of these and less of the elite companies. So with this one, I've got 2 sprues of that. So there's enough for 10 guys. So you've got the 10 plus the 6 on the command, and you're up to 16, and then the 8, and I'm at my 24. So, and then I've got the extra skirmishers. I do like these 24 battalions. Some people, swear by 36s, which is cool. But if you're playing on 6x4, you can get more units on the board of 24 for a start. And it makes me, when I do my Austrians, not have to do 48 battalions. Hello, Paul. You all right? Paul Beckers is here. Right, buddy? But yeah. And these were the first actual Napoleonics that I'd done. So if people remember back in October, I can't even remember. October, I'm sure it was October, I started this project off for Napoleonics, and I've been on it since, which it was only meant to last a month, which, yeah. Look at all the bloody flags I've got now. Just bags of flags. Yeah. But yeah, I'm getting divulged. These were the first ones I did, and I could have done like cleaning mold lines off and stuff like that a lot better. I rushed them, but I was still happy with the result. They were I want to say the 28th or 30th, 28th. I'm sure they were 28th. So they're the first ones I did. So I'm going to try and do these justice now. Take my time and do my 2 Irish battalions. I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. I don't know about you lot, but I tend to go through GMB flags, and I just look for like obscure battalions. So like that's how I come across the Irish. I remember ages ago Martin mentioning the Irish. He's probably going to kill me because he wants to do them as well. And I just remember him saying about it. And then I saw him and I was like, what years were they about? So basically, for my Napoleonics, I will do anything really that is above 1809 to like 1815. Anything above that. When they started using, the Shakos, I'll pretty much do anything, which involves, any of that period. And I don't mind mixing it. So that's why I'm doing the Irish, and I'm quite looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's start doing some actual hobbying. And yes, I shall just move these sprues over here. We'll start with the command sprue anyway. But I'll tell you one thing I do want to show you, because you guys should get a little sneak peek, right? Okay. I've flags are upside down. I've finished my sprues. I'm so professional, it's unreal. Jesus. I do need more desk space. Christ. What's Martin put here? So Martin's put an interesting comment. He's put, the old guard Perry box for the late period. They slowly phased out the Eagle Guard by that point, whereas the new box covers the other stuff. Yeah, true. Yeah, but come on. Let's admit the Eagle Guard looks fucking great. They do look good, don't they? So I'll just get these down now. So middle guard, okay. Because why not? So this makes, because I've got the only thing I've got to do now is just put the tufts on, but everything else is done. So this actually makes now my first battalion of middle guard. Okay. So just lower that a little bit so you can have a little cheeky look. Maybe zoom it in. Let's see if I can get this to work properly. And it's that way. So towards, there we go. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Right. Professionalism at its best, of course. So, yeah, the camera likes to adjust itself. Right. Okay. So, yeah, this is the battalion of middle guard that I've done. Again, very happy with these guys. And I'm sure at some point I'll do a painting video because I've got another battalion to do. But the blue, if you're wondering, is this Leviathan blue from Citadel Contrast. One coat. Okay. One coat. And they've had just a very 50-50 wash of dark tone watered down with the quick shade mixing medium. You could use water, but that blue is friggin' sweet. And yeah, I've just got some tufts to stick on, so they'll match everything else. I'll try and find one of the Italians that's got tufts on. So this is kind of like my basing pattern. If I see if you'll see it probably won't focus now. Oh yeah, there you go. So you see he's got like a little red flower on the back there, and there's sometimes a grass tuft. That's kind of like the basing pattern I go for my whole Napoleonics army. But yeah, happy days is all I can say to that. I was proper chuffed with these guys. Very, very chuffed. But that makes 3 battalions now for the old guard. Well, I say the old guard, the guard per se, because they are not old guard. But middle guard, happy days, first ones. And they're Victrix if anyone's interested. And you can see they're all in like charging pose. What I've done is I've done it on purpose because with my old guard, I did a mixture of charging and shooting. Let's go back out now. Let's go back out. Let's put that camera back. That way. There we go. Focus, 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 focus. It's still trying to focus down there. Okay. But yeah, they're all in the charging pose. But I've gone for the 2nd battalion, guys. I've actually got the whole battalion in firing, which I've not done yet, which I'm quite excited about as well. So yeah, very, very, very excited about that. Excellent painting. Do you know what? It's not even cheers, Paul, but it's not even that like hard for anyone to do with the contrast paints. 90% of all that is contrast paint, apart from the white, really, and the flesh tone just to be done up with Barbarian flesh after I put the contrast Darko flesh. But that is all contrast painting, so there's no real technique to it. I just speed painting, really. Pretty much everyone can do that with the contrast paints. They're very very flexible. So command, I'm quite looking forward to doing this. And I've got to admit, I don't know what everyone else's feelings are. I've not had any of the Victrix French from 1812, like they do like an 1810 to 1812 range. I've not had any of those yet, but I will be getting some at some point because I'm going to try and do the whole Victrix range and review all their figures. So that'll be interesting. That'll be over a few years, but I very much like these. These are definitely some of my favourite figures for French. This 1812 to 1814 box. I prefer it over the 1815 box. Let's put it that way. I definitely do. What's everyone else's thoughts on that? So, right, I have to feed hungry children before they riot. Have a good one, everyone. So, Tony Tigers, but I'm still waiting. Victoria restock after someone purchased the French. Wonder who that was. Careful with those Victrix bayonets. They snap dead easy. Yes, they bloody do. Yeah, they do, which is a real pain in the ass, I've got to admit. I think I've decided anyway, if I snap 4 bayonets, I'm going to literally take all the bayonets off of the whole unit and just paint the ends. So, yeah, not everyone had bayonets on at the time, did they? Do you have to do a full unit with front rank metals? They are sensate. Yeah, do you know what, Paul? Yes. But do you know what? I don't like painting metals, mate. I just don't like painting metals. And I worked it out the other day why that was. I think it's more the fact of when I've painted metals in the past, I tend to get a lot of chipping, like when I'm painting. So I think I've painted it, but then I'll put it down on the desk like so, or lay it on the side, and it will chip, and that'll do my head in. Really, really does annoy me. How do people get around that? And that's the only problem I've got with metals, because they just seem to take me longer to paint. Is they seem to just chip really easy, and then obviously I varnish them at the end, but they still are a pain in the bum. Has anyone got any tips? Because that'd be handy to know if anyone's got any tips for that. So yes, anyway, Irish. Anyone else done any Irish? Because what's attracted me to it, like I said, is they were they were the only unit that were incorporated into the French army per se. So like the Swiss were, the Italians were their own kingdom, to actually be given an eagle by Napoleon, which is very cool. So there's a bit of history stuff behind there. I could be wrong with that, but where I read it, that's what they said. But I'm pretty sure that's correct. Undercoat well, yes. Right, okay. Because that's what's appealed to me, really. Right, VK. There's the man with the metals. That's the man you want to speak to about metal miniatures. He'll probably have some tips for it. Yeah, need to avoid touching them to hands. I put mine on 35mm film cases with blue tack hold. Yeah, it's not a bad shout, Paul. I took this from VK was bottle caps. So that's what I do metals. But yeah, I'm a nightmare for it. But I was saying, Fraser was saying, I'm having a nightmare because Paul was saying about using front rank metals. Obviously, I've seen you paint front rank before. When I paint my metals, I put them down or something like that, and they'll chip while I'm painting, and it really annoys me. Really, really gets on my nerves. That's why I try to avoid them. So if you got any tips, that would be great. But yeah, these guys are definitely getting the Eagle Guard for the Irish. Making sure I scrape all the mold lines. Yes, he is a painting god. You are absolutely correct there. I saw some I was watching the American Civil War stuff. Oh man, that it looks so good. Bottle caps are too small. You need something a bit taller to grab. Yeah, the annoying thing is I can't think of anything else that I could use. That's the shame. I wish there was something, but I generally can't. I haven't got any film cases. Never paint while eating a bacon sarnie. No, that there, sir, is not a great idea, is it? But does anyone else as well? Because I find it quite therapeutic now. I never used to really like doing it, but the cotton reels. Oh yeah, it's not a bad shout. Green meat bottle. Yeah, that's not a bad shout actually. Not a bad shout at all. But I find that scraping mold lines off now, it used to be a real chore, but I get so much pleasure out of it. I don't know why that is. It's like now I'm going back to this figure just to make sure. There you go. I missed a bit. It's like bye mold line. Get out of my life. I really don't need you in it. Here's another question: would people pay an extra, say, £5 per box if all the mold lines were scraped off for you when the figure arrived? Like they've gone through. Would you pay an extra £5? Probably be about 10 Australian, Paul. But would you pay an extra to have the mold line scraped, or do you find it therapeutic? That be the question. Right. Oh, crumbs. So yeah, this Eagle Guard. Yeah, he's got the halberd there. Looks awesome. Looks really cool. But just to give you some like scope on uniforms and stuff like that, I don't buy plastic fit. Oh, he's a metal man. Oh, you're a metal man. And a resin man because you're ships. You like a bit of resin. I would pay £5 more to leave them on. Oh, brilliant. I'm just going to show you here if I can get it up. So, Irish Legion here. Okay. I couldn't find a huge like amount per se. So for where is it? Uniform guide, French. But I could find like bits and bobs. I'm just trying to find the image I saw the other day, which really helped actually. Oh, you watch, I'm not gonna be able to find it now. I'm probably not gonna be able to find it, but should have found it straight away. I saved it the other day. I'm sure I did. Is it on Pinterest? Oh yeah, here we go. So can't see it too like amazingly great, but just like websites like this, people are obviously got this in books and stuff like that, but you know, this is what I'm going for. Quite interested. It, you know, green in a French army, it just looks like for infantry, it just looks strange, doesn't it? It just looks strange. They remind me a lot of Italians because obviously the Italian light infantry is green, but that's what I'm going for. It's definitely something I'm basing my figures upon for that sort of time period. Let's stop sharing that now. Go back to the main bit. So Lionheart said it probably saves time in regards to like having your mold line scraped off. And Paul's put, I'm currently painting camels. They're a nightmare. I thought they would be easy. No. Hello, Mine. You all right? Welcome, mate. Thanks for joining. Hopefully, I can be of some use on this Saturday. It's fun Saturday. And I'll tell you what the other fun thing is for me at the minute. Well, not fun, bloody annoying. I am self-isolating, ladies and gentlemen, which is really, really frustrating. I was in contact with somebody that tested positive for COVID at work. And yes, very, very frustrating. So now I've got to do 10 days or whatever it is. I think it's 8 days left now. Luckily, no symptoms or anything like that. So still frustrating. Can't get out of the house. Which I've been used to going out every day as well, which is even obviously more frustrating because my job, I'm out and about every day. So now I'm actually stuck at home constantly. It's a little bit on the annoying, very annoying side. Loves a bit of glue. So Napoleonic wise, or just normal like mini wise, what's everyone up to at the minute? Then are you all got? Is everyone on Napoleonics? Are people doing World War II? I've seen like some ships because obviously as well. I've been doing some Victory at Sea ships from Warlord Games. I'm in the middle of painting that one up there from the Royal Navy stuff. I'll show you some of the completed stuff. If you see me on Instagram, I'm on Instagram at the minute. You know, Tribal Class Destroyer there. Done 3 of those. They're done. And I've got HMS Eagle being done at the moment as well. So a bit of everything. Bit of everything. You certainly were with my British World War II infantry paint scheme. Thank you. Ah, wicked. Self-isolating the minis, the stoic Steve. Oh, he's self-isolating as well. Yes, we are quite lucky that, with our hobby and things like that, we do get a chance. We can do things and keep ourselves preoccupied, because there are a lot of people out there that just can't do that. Haven't been able to because they haven't got any extra hobbies that they can do from home. It's like people play golf or fishing and stuff like that. But we are quite lucky. Try and get this arm off without snapping it. It's just one of these things. I'm gonna just have to take my time, I think, this battalion. I like to speed things up and do things quickly, but sadly it's not always the case, is it? So Paul's put here what he's doing anyway, hobby wise. He's doing World War One Anzac Camel Corps, some Victory at Sea, and just cleaning up some 15mm ACW ready. Oh, Rebels. Oh, okay. That is definitely a wide variety there, Paul. 100%, mate. 100% a wide variety. Lion Arts put, I'm doing plastic Arabic Spearmen, but now I finally cracked and ordered Prussian Landwehr yesterday. My first dip into Napoleonics. Oh, okay, mate. What made you do that then? What made you crack? What was the actual crack? And don't tell me it was the Plastic Crack podcast, because I won't believe you. You're right, buddy. I'm going to try and say your name again. I say it wrong every time. I want to say Granapago. There you go. Every time I can't pronounce that. You get me every time, and I think you do it on purpose. Martin loves it because he's like, you can't pronounce that. But yeah, get these guys nicely glued. I don't know what it is at the minute. I'm just in a build mood. Do you know what? Anthony as well, because that's another one. Anthony. I'm going to say Anthony. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. Please tell me I've pronounced that right. Oh, Martin's put, just finished a squad for SPQR Roman Infantry. Oh, okay. Now putting the rat lines on for Black Sea ships. Very nice, mate. Don will disagree with you for SPQR, but yes. I'll tell you what, that Black Sea stuff as well. Just drive me bonkers, that did. I still not done any more of it. I just can't do it. I love these World War II ships, but I can't do the Black Sea stuff. I don't know why. I just can't do it. Strange, isn't it? Very strange. I can't remember. Did I have the? No, I haven't got the tails on them guys. So I've got 1, 2, 3. There's the officer, 4. Yep, and 5 there. Where's the 6th? That's for the sapper. That's the officer. That's the drummer. Am I being blind? I think I'm being blind. Yeah, it's these two. Being blind. So have a look at a company called Flight Deck Decals for your Victory at Sea carriers. Ooh. Hello. That sounds very interesting. I was wondering how people were managing to paint those Japanese like that. They did look very like decal-y. And I'll tell you what, if that's the case, mate, I'm 100% getting on that. That sounds very good indeed. Has anyone else been doing Victory? I know you have, Paul, but anyone else been having a go at it? Because I'll tell you what, it is definitely something a bit different to what I'm doing at the minute. And it makes a nice little change for like a bit of refreshing, because I'm trying to do painting videos from all, but I'm slowly realizing they're all pretty much the same. Like, what's the word? they're all pretty much the same paint scheme or same style of painting, just different colours. So especially with the Royal Navy. So the destroyers, I've just put a dark brown deck, but like anything that's cruiser level or battleship level, I've put like a light wood brown effect on it, but I've kept the same color scheme. So I'm debating now whether to do a painting video for them all or just do it for like the destroyer and then do one for like capital ships like I don't know, say a cruiser, and just say, you know, the battleships are all the same, and maybe one for the aircraft carrier. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to have a think, but opinions would be good. Would you guys want to see something like that? Grandad's Art Space. Ken, hi Ken. Can you pass the message on to Martin, please? Deck Tan at Warlord Games website. Oh, okay. Yeah. I shall let him know. Glue wise as well, I bought some of that Tamiya stuff, you know, with the little brush, and I was using it, and now I've gone back to this Revel stuff instead. I just found that it wasn't sticking well enough. Wasn't as much of a like tightness grip as I liked, if that makes sense. So what does everyone else use if you're using plastics? What sort of glues? Do you have a specific brand that you stick to because you know it works, or do you not care? Because I'll tell you what, I did pick up yesterday from Amazon. It arrived yesterday, £1.80. Okay, look at the size of that super glue tub. Look at the size of it. It is 20 grams of super glue. Yeah. Okay, £1.80, industrial grade stuff. Okay, all right. And then I got, I don't know where it. See if I can find it, but there's like a generic like a brand sort of like jelly super glue, 3 grams, and it was £3. That's 180. I didn't even know this existed. Yeah, you can see that behind me, and Warspite's there as well. You can see that then. Right, heads for these guys. I'm going to leave the head off actually because I'm going to double check just before I start gluing heads on what the correct what period I want to go for. So what year, and then work out what I need. But these guys are going to be the first battalion anyway. Yeah, it works good for me. Yeah, do you know what? It does. And you probably see me do it all the time because I lost the cap for the bloody glue. All right, because I lose the cap for it and it's the metal out. I've got a lighter on standby just to fire, just to melt the glue away because it dries up. Humbrol poly, been using it for years and have always seemed okay. Even Rubicon models. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there's some nice kits there. I've got their I've got two. Well, I've got a few actually. Thinking about it now, I've got a Panther, Ulf's D, and I've got the SDKFZ 222. And I've got 2 kits for that. So one's in like being built. It's kind of like been put on the back burner because I'm not doing some World War II stuff at the minute. But one I've already done, like early mid-war. But those kits are nice. Those kits are nice. Yeah, Martin's put Tamiya extra thin, quick set glue is amazing. Yeah, see, that's the stuff, man. I used it and I don't know, maybe I wasn't putting enough on. I don't know. I just had an issue. I could easily take stuff apart. Maybe that's good because obviously if you glue stuff together and you've done it wrong, you can, take it apart. But I just found it wasn't like sticking well enough. So Paul's put for his resin and metals, he uses Cano glue gel, sets hard in 10 seconds and fills the gaps. At the same time, you can get it from hobby shops. Oh, it's a good idea, mate. I got to ask anyway, VK. I got to ask, mate. I know you got your man cave now, your actual proper shed. How's it going? Are you happy with it now? You finished with it? Are you still going to do some more stuff in there? Because it looks awesome. It does look really good, really really nice, mate. And I am very jealous. So I've said to the missus, like when we move, because it ain't going to be long. It's going to be within the next year or so. There has to be room for either me to have a room in the house as part of the contract of moving, or there has to be a big enough garden where I can stick up what you've got. So yeah, looking forward to the move. Grandad's Art Space says I use Revell like you and any super glues that I can get. Yeah, I'll tell you what though, that £1.80 guys on Amazon for all that, man. There's loads. It sets in 10 seconds, and it is industrial grade. I will say that if you don't want to get it on your fingers, it is very strong. Twist that guy around anyway. I'll tell you what, it is nice actually taking your time with these. It's like the last time, because it was my first project. It was like rush, I want to get them done sort of thing. But this time I am absolutely taking my time. Oh, Martin's just ordered 2 bottles. I'm signing off. Bedtime. Good chat. See you later, Paul, mate. Good night, mate. Have a good one, mate. Thank you. Hobby dreams come true. There you go. Martin's he's just ordered 2 bottles. I gather that's that industrial grade super glue, yeah? Just got to be careful with this bloody axe. I can imagine it's not too bad with the Perry stuff, but I don't want to snap it. Really don't want to snap it. Oh, I've got an interesting question actually, guys. I'm going to be doing some more guns and cannons, and yeah, you might have seen like some of my other videos. I've magnetized the Victrix kit, the cannons, so because you get the mortar and the howitzer, sorry, and you also get the I think it's the 6-pounder on like both sets on their late and early cannons for the French. Has anyone else ever magnetized their guns like cannon wise? Do you magnetize like any sort of like historical figures? Because I tell you what, that is handy being able to have the options. It's nice to be able to mix it up and not have to buy and pay extra for extra cannons and make the most of like what you've got. Anyone else do that, or is that just me bringing that across from like 40k? There's a name I've not heard in a while. 40k. Ugh. No, thank you. Epic's about as far as I'll go. Yeah, Martin said he's the yay for the glue. Yeah, it was all right. Next day on Prime as well, mate. Happy days. These new Perry kits, guys, they're just like, well, they're not new, but you know what I mean. It's their newest version of their French kit. My goodness me. Detail. It's just so nice. I've got to admit though, I do love the Victrix Old Guard as well. They're really nice. I'm trying to find a way to incorporate some Young Guard as well into the thing, but I need to stop buying French because I've got too many. If the keen-eyed among you will probably think I probably haven't, but there's I've got that Victrix set there. I've got, if you look behind it, there's a brand new sealed French Starter Army box set, which I've already done one box set already. So I've already done one French Starter Army, right? And there's another sealed one like there. I've got 3 more troops of heavy cavalry down the bottom there. Oh, actually, is that 4? Tell a lie. They might... Oh no, 3 troops of heavy and 1 Strasser Saval. I completely forgot about that. And I've got some dragoons, some more lancers, and then left. And then I've got some marines of the guard as well. I'm just trying to think. And then I've got some more of the warlord, like great coats as well. Yeah, I've got enough. And then I've got the bloody stuff from Mezzo coming as well. Oh my goodness me. I'm going to be Frenching it up all year by the sounds of it. Well, I'm Irishing it up at the minute. So, Lionheart's put, I've never used magnets, but now I'm starting Napoleonics may do for cannons. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Then you've got the choice of, like, which one you want to use. Precisely that. And that's why I did it. Because I thought it'd be quite an easy way to try. Cool. I do love that you say SAF models. Then they're so nice. And then Stoic Steve's put, I magnetized the machine guns on my World War II vehicles. Mate, that's a cracking idea. Actually, I never thought of that. That's a really good idea. No, that is a very good idea, actually. Yeah, because they are little fiddly buggers and they snap quite a lot, don't they? So yeah, definitely. That's a cracking idea, Steve. I'll tell you what I do have to do actually is I have the flag just here to go on. See, I didn't check, did I? Little bit of flag there to go on the Eagle Guard. Get rid of that disgusting mold line. That's a nice bit there. And that glue. So, if you're not into Napoleonics, or you're thinking about getting into it, or you are into naps, what's your preferred force then? Because obviously at the minute, you know, I'm French crazy, as people will know that even remotely follow my channel. But the reason I am French crazy is because, believe it or not, because of Dom. It's Dom's fault. It's not even specifically Martin's fault because Martin's got a French army. I never even thought about the French, believe it or not. But because Dom has a lot of British and a lot of like that sort of side of things, and he detests the French because he just doesn't like painting them. He's the guy that I'm mainly going to be playing Napoleonics with. So logic would say that I should have the opposite to what he has, and I've just gone with it. Have people ever had to like make like sacrifices, like they've wanted to do, say, like the British, but their gaming partner has already got those, and they've come into the game late, and then they've had to choose a different army. But then when they've chosen that army, they're really happy with it because that's what I've done, and I'm really happy with the French. But now I'm going to start another Napoleonic force after my French, which is going to be I've gone Austrians, so I could play Austrians versus the French if I wanted to introduce someone else. But it's going to be Austrians towards the end of the year or however long it takes me to get through this French lot, because I don't want to start my Austrians at the same time as doing my French because it's just going to be a nightmare. I'm going to get these French to a really like. I'm going to end up. I think I've worked it out. I'm going to end up. I think with about 30 battalions of French of infantry by the time this is done. Probably 7 troops of cavalry, 8 troops of cavalry. I think I worked out about 10 guns, and obviously all the colonels and stuff to go with it. So that'll be a nice size French force, I think. So I've worked out it's about 4.5 months in, and I think I'm up to 14 or 15 battalions. That's being generous at the minute. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm up to. Infantry, cavalry, I think I'm up to 3 troops or 4 troops. I can't remember. But guns, it's 3 guns at the minute. But yeah, what are everyone's thoughts on it? Are you like Napoleonics? Have you pulled the trigger because of like your mates or watching YouTube and stuff like that? What's got your juices flowing, or are you just interested in Napoleonics but not collecting them at the minute? So what we got here? So Grandad's Art Space has put, I've got a pile of Warlord naps to paint now, so trying not to buy any more. Infantry, worked it out of 7 battalions of British and French as well as Portuguese. Yes. 7 battalions, yeah. That 7 battalions took me about a month in the French stuff. Yeah, it took me about a month. That's probably because most of them are great coats. But saying that, I've now started painting like the battle dress uniforms, and I've got a lot quicker at that as well. Greetings from Spain. Have a good weekend. Oh, thank you very much, buddy. Yourself too. Got British and French are my favourite. Yeah, do you know what? I did think about it because obviously I'm British, and I thought about doing British, and I might do them later on down the line. But no one in our gaming circles got the Austrians, and I don't mind painting white. So you can probably tell that because I've done a load of Italians. I've got a technique down, and you've got the Italian painting video for white. So I'll do exactly the same painting technique for the Austrians, exactly the same. And to be honest with you, I'll probably be able to do them even quicker because you just have to fill in the extra details. It's so easy. So Lionheart's put, I've got a lot of Zulu War British, all red coats, so I decided to get into Prussians for Napoleonic, so I don't have to do red anymore. Yeah, do you know what? It's silly things, isn't it? It's silly things. It's like the reason I've really chosen these Irish is because they're green and they just stand out. And I think that just looks cool. And plus the flags. Come on, guys. Come on. Those flags look pretty cool, don't they? Let's be honest. Something different, especially for a French force, you know? Something definitely looks different, and they just look really nice. It's the same with the middle guard Fanions, you know? That's what they look like. That's the middle guard ones from 1806 to 1814. So do you see what I mean? It's like I don't mind mixing my stuff. I don't mind anything from 1810, 1809 up to 1815. It doesn't bother me. But for my flags, for like my line and for like my line infantry and my light infantry, I do like the 1815 version of flags. So if I can get an 1815, I'll go with that. I've got some 2nd Battalion stuff here as well. So that's the 2nd Battalion. And I do, if I can find it, yeah, there you go. 3rd Battalion. So that's for the 92nd. So I've got 92nd, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So I'll do all 3 of those. And here they are here. So this is my exception of like 1815 flags because I can't find them anywhere because I wanted Marines of the Guard. Okay. So let's see if that'll focus. Yeah, Marines of the Guard down the bottom there. And then because I've got Marines of the Guard, it means now I have to do the 3rd Regiment for the Guard as well. So the Holland, so the Dutch guys, so the guys in white. So they got to be done as well. So I've got some extra Victrix that are going to be for those, possibly, or I might go with just normal uniforms. I've not decided yet. It's just about being smart, and I've got some cavalry flags here as well. So I've got Lancers, I've got 1st and 2nd Lancers, and you guys have obviously seen my Avonpost bits and bobs here. So 1st Lancers there, and then I've got to do the 2nd Lancers at some point. But yeah, I've got flags literally coming out of me like you wouldn't believe. But it doesn't bother me about mixing them. Really doesn't bother me. It bothers some people, but it doesn't bother me period-wise. So as far as I know, so Grandad's Art Space. So well, as far as no one near me that war game. So if I do it solo, oh right, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. You should ask on the wargaming like channels, buddy, like the Napoleonic Wargamer and stuff like that. There's also, if you've got a smartphone, there is an app, and I'm trying to think. Oh, Game 4. Depends where you are in the world. So Game 4 app, which is based the guy, what's his name, Tabletop Minions, does it, It's in the States, but I'm pretty sure it's worldwide. It will tell you if there's any gamers nearby that are looking to game and stuff like that. So check those out. But definitely go on the groups and stuff like that. And just if you want to game with anyone when all this coronavirus is over, then you can definitely find people that are willing to game 100%. So Stoic Steez, but I found myself with enough bolt action armies, so decided to switch to Napoleonics. I chose 10 mil as it's quicker and cheaper. Yeah, fair play, bud. It's a good reason. It's the same with me. I painted a lot of bolt action for a good year and a half, and I've got quite a few. I got rid of all my British because of the new sprues coming out, which was really annoying actually because I sold them to a guy, and they got lost in the post, which was very frustrating. VK, you'll be happy to know, mate, it wasn't Royal Mail. It was with Hermes. So I've worked for Royal Mail. I was a postman when I was 18 for about a year. So yeah, I remember that. Remember those days, cold days, cold days, especially when I started doing it in the winter. Summer was nice, but in the winter it was freezing and raining. But yeah, no, I was a bit gutted because the guy, I think I sold him for like 60 quid. Obviously, I insured him, so I got my money back, or he got his refund and stuff. But it's just frustrating. Those figures went missing. But I've held out for bolt action, and so they brought the new sprues out. I'll wait for Steed to do some kit bashing to give me some inspiration. I don't know what I'm going to do over the next year, to be honest. It's really hard. It's like I want to do these naps. I'm proper into my naps. I'm sure at some point I'm going to get encouraged to do some World War II stuff again. You know, I started doing those Americans. I'm excited to do those at some point, but I can honestly say at the minute I'm that crazy. I'm just that crazy. So Fraser's put, I always wanted to do French Napoleonic Army, but when I joined my club, they had loads of French units. We lacked Prussians, so I wasn't overly enthusiastic. I started collecting them. Love the Prussians now. Exactly. It's crazy, isn't it? I like to be the oddball out. It's strange, isn't it? Some people like doing certain things, but I'm definitely now in crazy about the French. But like you said, bud, the Prussians are really nice, easy to paint up as well, aren't they? You can get a lot done pretty quick. I think that's what's done it for me for the Austrians, because obviously you've got your two sides, and nobody's collected the Austrians, and it's all white. And my God, won't they look nice when they're done? It's probably why I did 4 battalions of Italians, to be honest with you, because they'll look nice on the table alongside the French. I hope people were, we're still on about CrackCon this year. Definitely towards the end of the year, depending on how it goes. If not, definitely next year. But just getting there to be able to play games would be really nice. Really, really nice. So Grandad's Archbishop thought, I thought the Irish fought on the British side. Didn't Wellington call them the scummy? Both sides, mate. Both sides. Both sides. So the Irish fought on both sides. But yes, you are right. They did. I've just realised that is the wrong arm. Oh, that's if he wants to carry a musket. Bugger. I want to save that. And that's another thing I've been doing is saving. I used to just chuck the extras in the bin. Oh my God, it's sacrilegious now, isn't it? But yes, the Irish did fight on both sides. I really fancy British for Napoleonics. However, if I buy another army, I think my wife will explode. Just don't tell her. Just tell her it's part of the same army. And John's put the Irish were of, I can't pronounce that again, bud. I want to say Fenian origin. So fighting for Napoleon was an option, yeah. Thanks. I'd have to look. I live about 12 miles outside of, but mate, there'll definitely be people wanting to play in Birmingham. 100%. You'll have a wargaming club in Birmingham. If you go on the Napoleonic Wargaming or even like Warlords, what's it called? Just type Black Powder into Facebook, into the groups. Join the groups and just put on there. Definitely put on there. I have my shorts on the small. Oh, mate, you're off your head. I remember that. I do remember that. I remember those shorts and the Doc Martens as well. Yeah, my God. Yeah. Jeez Louise. So Grandpa was put, I play solo all the time. He's disabled and stuck at home all the time. What do you so playing solo then, guys? Playing solo. Right. I do want to do it. I do want to try because obviously, we can't get out at the minute. I just what sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? How do you not be biased towards one side? That's what I want to ask. How are you not biased towards one side? And don't say self-control. Because we're all human. So you two guys, you could try doing like a Zoom game maybe. Like Dom's done a video on Zoom. So if you got webcams and stuff, you could talk on Zoom and just like have it set up at one person's house and the other person like do the moves. So maybe you guys could have a little chat. Bugger, I've only just realised. Where's the arm for that one then? So I've got arms there. There. There we go. Sapper. Phew, that was close. I nearly panicked then. I was thinking, I'm missing an arm. But no, I wasn't. It's fine. Yeah, Tabletop Simulator as well, guys. Tabletop Simulator. I've done videos on it. So I've got my phone going off. You might hear vibrations. It's bloody Dom's in our Facebook messaging group saying Martin's getting too big for his boots. There we go. It's an idea, mate. 100%. Give it a go. Why not? Innit? I don't know if you're both members over on the Miniature War Gaming Warriors Facebook group, but if you are, you can just you do send direct messages because you'll be able to find each other on there. Yeah, Midlands definitely have many gamers. Lunch calls, a good listen. Cheers, mate. Thanks very much. It's actually, to be fair, it's not actually that long left on the stream. I'll probably go another 5 minutes, guys. I'll try and keep these just around the hour mark. Oh God, Dom's on about bloody starter sets again. I've managed to really get a lot done in this one. I managed to do two headless guys. It's just nice talking to you lot. I'll be honest with you, it is really nice talking to you lot. Really, really enjoy it. Makes my hobby time. I tend to normally have YouTube or something on in the background, or I do a bit of cryptocurrency, so I do a bit of trading and stuff, and have my charts on. But it is really nice to be able to just talk to some people. These grenadier heads as well. Beautiful. Perry Miniatures, you have always never disappointed. Make sure I get that head all right. Yeah, that looks good. Happy days. Are there any questions anywhere? I always like to end with this. Any questions, guys, that you want to ask before I disappear? Because you know what'll happen. I'll say bye, and then you'll be like, "Oh, I wanted to ask that question." But if there are any questions, guys, I'll give you a couple of minutes just to ask. Yeah, it does. It helps everyone. Yeah, helps. Yeah, helps me stay motivated as well because I know I've got to do it. YouTube does that quite a bit. Just being on YouTube, 100% keeps you motivated because you know you want to stick content out for people. Do you know what? I'm going to go with these heads for the Eagle Guard. Bugger it. Am I going to... Oh, no, my pom-pom snapped off. That's not good. Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Bugger. Oh, no, I can go for those. See, look, Perry's thought of everything. There's extra spare heads, of course. Standard for the Perrys. Spare everything. As much as I want my French to win, the Brits have won more games. Fair enough. Fair enough. They're actually the right type of head, so let me just make sure. Yes. Cool. How do you store your minis? Right. Napoleonics are in cardboard boxes like this. Oh, I'm trying. All right, okay. I get these from somewhere. I can't say where, but they come from a very, very generous place. And you can see there. So I've got a layer of egg foam in the bottom, like highlighted round, egg foam on the top. But I cut up some foam and do like a crisscross, and 4 battalions fit in one box. That's for my Napoleonics. For my World War II stuff, I stick those in tabletop tyrant cases, but just foam cardboard boxes. And they go in the loft when I'm done. Have I played Flames Roar? No, not yet. No, I haven't, bud. It's 15 mil, so I've tried to stick with 28 mil and 6 mil because I really, haven't got the patience to do a load of extra terrain. So for 15 mil, I'd have to buy it all. And at the minute, there's nothing really enticing me to do it. More pikes on minis. Still have to stick more pikes on minis. Yeah, thanks very much, guys. I will probably call the stream in about a minute, literally. So yeah, it's been really nice having you on anyway. Very nice having you guys on and spending some time with you, especially on this Saturday and in the situations we're all facing. But guys, thanks very much for watching. Make sure you stay safe and take care, and see you later. Bye bye.